All right, can you believe it? There's only 3 more learning plans, learning plan 10, 11, and 12. So we're on learning plan 10, which primarily talks about STDs or sexually transmitted diseases and infections as well. You do have an assignment due at the end of this module, so just be aware of that. This is an interesting section of the course because a lot of it has to do with physiology, obviously, and biology, but you're going to realize that it's a difficult one to look through because you're going to have to look at a lot of pictures of things that aren't so pretty to look at. So just be aware that this learning plan has a lot of that in it. So you're going to talk a little bit about what STDs are and what are STIs or infections. You're going to talk about what bacteria, viruses, parasites, organisms, all the different things between them. We're going to talk about a little bit about who is more susceptible to these types of infections or diseases, ways to treat chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis, other types of STIs that you're going to come in contact with. And again, part of that discussion also has to do with who do you think has the most accessibility to those treatments and what that might feel like for someone to try to get that treatment in a small town or a village or somewhere that they might not have that access or have to admit to engaging in premarital sex, which from your prior learning plans you should know is not all that acceptable in some societies. So we're going to talk about incidences of STIs and STDs, the common symptoms, what happens if they go untreated or undiagnosed. We'll talk about herpes and AIDS and HIV and how that works. And then we're going to talk about some other not so known areas, which are like fungal infections or yeast infections and things like that. And one thing that's interesting is when you have an STI or an STD, and sometimes it's from rape or it's other areas that they don't necessarily know how they got it, which can occur. It's interesting to then think about how we interact with those clients and how that's different to when we interact with people who know how they got it or got it from multiple partners or things like that, and how we treat those people as individuals. So I kind of like the idea of examining not only the biology, but the social aspects of that. So like I said before, Learning Plan 10 is going to have the participation in the discussion, and then you're going to have your STD project. Most people do this in a PowerPoint format or do it online, and the assignment description tells you how to do that. And like I said, some people have done it in a poster form and taken pictures. The cool thing about this is you can start on this early, you can start on it late, whatever you want to do, but it's a bigger project. It's about 40 points because it's asking you to really look at this is what it is, these are the causes, this is how you fix it, and this is kind of the reaction that society has on it. So it's kind of a cool project for you. And that's Learning Plan 10.